G'day Trade, Sam here from Trade to Post. We'll be doing a few charts, starting with Aptos. I've been bullish with this for a while from a project perspective, and now we're looking at the charts. It is my understanding that this is the prevailing trend line all the way through, and we have a breakout. We're getting the retest, back test, and to me, it's likely to go up, breakout, and we have these levels. And we might just get to this level here, which is a strong resistance. So while Bitcoin does what it does, this looks bullish, and there's no reason to sell. That suggests that it could be a wave 5. Okay, I think it's not the case, but I could be wrong. There we go. That's a better one. I think it's a wave 3, so that's wave 4. I think wave 5 is a bit higher. I think wave 5 could be in this realm there. So if we look at it closely, let's have a closer look. That wick could have been wave 4. So let's do it. So what we have here, interesting. 1, 2, I think that's a wave 3, that's a wave 4, and a wave 5. Now, if we were to play the devil's advocate, let's go on to the 4-hour chart. Formation-wise, and if you noticed, we have the 21 moving averages on the daily, EMA and SMA. We've got the 200 moving average on the 4-hour, and then we've got the 50 moving average. And if you look on many charts, these guys play a lot of support, and so we went below it, but the daily closed above it, and that's why we've got this strong move. Previous high took the liquidity and then dropped back down. Makes sense. Point of control regained, so we're going to be in this range on the top. If Bitcoin drops more and more, then obviously this will probably likely to drop, but I see this consolidating and then breaking up to the upside, in my opinion. That's our first, that's our second. I'm expecting a third pullback, and then the fourth one potentially moving up. Those are my thoughts at this point. Aptos is looking good. It's not the best for leverage trades. I wouldn't leverage it unless you get a good entry. That was our good entry. Perfectly locked Bitcoin. It did something very similar. Resistance and support, and the trend line, macro trend line. You can see how that played. That's why I believe that that trend line is sufficient. The bump and run, back test. We have, unfortunately, Bitcoin stuffed it up a bit. But when we count it from a Elliott wave perspective, that's our A, that's our B, C, D, E. That was our breakout. Look at that. So we had an Elliott wave count. Sure, there might be a harmonic, but I still see this just finding support here on the point of control, naked point of control, bit of resistance, consolidate here. Hopefully it stays above this level. Otherwise, we might get the 618 and then break up. But it's another reaccumulation structure of some sort, not the cleanest, but it's still bullish. I have not taken extra orders. I'm just going with my initial buy, which is all the way down, and you can see how price broke this bottom accumulation level, selling climax, spring, and then look at the moving averages, how price finds a breakout, retest, backtests a fair bit with these moving averages, again retest these moving averages. This is the shakeout phase, and obviously the trend line was causing a problem, and you can see how it breaks up to the upside, touches a trend line, retests it, and then this just was nasty, that pullback. Sometimes, unfortunately, manipulation does that. Liquidity hunt on Bitcoin of $700 million, liquidity taken out, and that can do a fair bit of damage to the alts. But yes, I am bullish, and I have my targets further up, and those targets are based on macro Fibonacci. So we have the local Fibonacci, that's our 1. That's our 0. We could probably get away with moving that up, maybe. And you can see the golden ratio acting as support on the naked point of control. So that should act as support. Local target is the 1.618, which is close to the macro 0.5 fib. So that'll be our next target here, that level here. And then that could be a wave 5. Yep, just really need to look at what Bitcoin does. And additionally, we can potentially overperform, hit one of these ones. This will be a base. So what happens then is probably a correction, a reaccumulation structure, and then that will be another elite wave reaccumulation potentially, and then we see the higher bull run. I'm going to leave that, guys. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. So obviously need a bit of background information with Wyckoff schematics or life cycle, and I'm aligned with that with the local methods of using moving averages and point of control. All right, please give me a like and share, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
There you have it. Please give Sam a like, share, and subscribe to his channel to support him for doing more of these posts.